All right, we're taking a look at number 3 now. This one is one of the it's an enhanced problem on the test. Again, if you look at that cheat sheet, it says there's 28 questions. 2 will be enhanced. So throughout this review packet, I've sprinkled some enhanced problems. This would be one of them. It says using the parameter. Oh, there's our word again. Parameter. This is telling us what type of problem are we dealing with? Parametric. We have this equation. Which 2 parametric equations represent this? Okay, now this doesn't tell you, but if it's just a y and an x, it's rectangular. And for our inspires, I would advise you to graph that as a relation. So I'll do a slash here. A relation is how I would graph it if I were you. Okay, so I can graph this relation. New document. Don't save. I can go to graph, menu, graph entry, and choose relation. And I know this will help me know what my answer should look like. X squared plus 4. When I press enter, I see the graph. And now what I could do is use process elimination. It'll take a little while, but I could graph. I could go to parametric and just start trying out answers. So if I now go to menu, graph entry, and choose parametric, I'm actually going to go press the down arrow so it shows up. The way the calculator is programmed, the ones, if it's a graph number 1, it'll always be blue. Since the other one is blue, I'm going to go to 2 because the 2s are always red. I could just start typing in answer choices to see which one would work. But to save ourselves some time, I'm going to now show you the algebra. So do you happen to remember the algebra, what to do when you look at parametric? You solve for the shared variable. Very good. What is our shared variable? X. So I need to solve for this x. So let's do some opposites. What's the first opposite you would do over here to get x by itself? All right. So I'll have t minus 1 equals 2x divided by 2. Perfect. Well, that saved us some time because we just eliminated an answer choice. We know B is out, and this is worth 2 points. We just earned 1 of them. So enhanced problems, well, the benefit is if you get half of it right, you get partial credit. But the bad part is a lot of times you have to solve 2 different things, so you can't just be done right now. But there's a point for us. So now in parametric, I'm going to go over here. We know the x equation. When it comes time to either solve for our answer, will be t minus 1 over 2. But I don't know why. At this point in time, you could do guess and check. I'm not going to do it here. I'm going to just continue on the algebra, and then we'll check to make sure it's the right answer. What we were supposed to do is after we solve for the shared variable. Well, let me ask you. Do you remember what we do after we solve for the shared variable? Close. That's going to be step 3. Your substitute. You take this, what we just solved for x, and we're going to substitute that in right there. So we're now going to say the equation is y equals, instead of the x, I replace x with t minus 1 over 2. That'll be squared plus 4. Notice I just substituted right there. That's all I did. Substitute. So whatever the simplified version is of this is the correct answer. So squared means you multiply it times itself. So I'm just going to write that parenthesis twice. T minus 1 over 2 times t minus 1. Whoops. Over 2 plus 4. And honestly, I'm going to go to box method, but before I do that, I really don't know how to do it as a fraction quite like that. I'm going to distribute the division. How I'm going to multiply this is t over 2 minus 1/2 and t over 2 minus 1/2. I'm going to rewrite it that way. Just because that's the only way I know how to do it. This is going to be a box method because it's 2 groups multiplying with each other. So let me draw myself a little box here. You know, I thought maybe this would be quicker than guess and check. I'm starting to rethink that my decision here. I think I might have chose a slower technique here. But the algebra would look like this. You take t over 2 minus 1/2. And That's from this parenthesis. It's going to multiply with this parenthesis. So another t over 2 minus 1/2. And then at the very end, we're going to need to remember to add 4. So t over 2 times t over 2. Well, t times t is t squared. What is 2 times 2? 4. So, well, can't eliminate anything. Okay, t over 2 times -1/2. I have a negative. T times 1, t, and 2 times 2, 4. And I could check for this, but that wouldn't be right anyways. Now over here, because I kind of know what's going to happen here, I have another -1/2 times t over 2. So -1 times t is another negative t, and 2 times 2 is another 4. Those are going to be combining together, the like terms. And then finally, a -1/2 times a -1/2 is going to become positive 1/4. Very good. So some sheets, let me hit Control Doc to get a new page here. 1/4 and 4 are going to combine, which is 4 1/4 or 17/4. If I press enter, it'll say 17/4. So I know I'm going to have 17/4. So this answer choice is out. And then these combine together as well. So just like I combine these two together in the calculator, I'm now going to combine these two. I'm not going to type it in with a t. I'm just going to do it since there's only one t. I'm going to type this in as a -1/4. Whoops, I forgot the negative. -1/4. And this needs to combine. So it's be plus a negative, which is the same thing as minus another 1/4. So -1/4 and another -1/4 gives me a -1/2. And so the correct answer should be here. When I put back the t, the correct answer should be D there. That this would combine to be y equals t squared over 4 minus t over 2. That's 1/2. 2 1/4 make a half. And then plus 17 over 14. So now let's go back to the calculator. Make this slowest problem slower. We had the x equation as t minus 1 over 2. And by guess and check, we could have came up with the answer a long time ago, but it's going to be t squared over 4 minus t over 2 plus 17/4. I hit enter. What do you notice about the graphs? They matched. And the reason it doesn't overlap a lot is I didn't change the time. Since I have +6, I'm going to go to -6. And now they really do match. It is the correct answer.
Yeah.